So the discussion ended a while ago because our Zoom meeting ended. So let's now just continue. Again, reviewing the process, we are now following the process in doing the indefinite integral after getting the integral of your given function. All we have to do is to substitute the value of your boundaries from A to B in your derivative or in your integral, I mean, without the C. Okay, now let's continue with this. So we have here, just a recap, 3 squared is 9, 2 times 9 is 18, minus, okay, 2 times 1, that's 2. And finally, the answer here will be 18 minus 2, that will be 16. So this will be the value of our definite integral. So therefore, we can conclude that the integral of 4x dx from 1 to 3, the definite integral is 16. Show me a reaction if that process is clear. Let me see. Show me a reaction, please, if that's clear. So therefore, the first thing to do is to get the derivative and then just substitute the boundaries. Okay. Now, how is that in the graph? Okay, let me just show you this so that we will understand what are we talking about with regards to this. So let me take a screenshot of this. Actually, I graphed this using the GeoGebra. Just search graphing calculator in the Google. Yan, GeoGebra. This is one of the commonly used sites to identify the graph of a given function. So this is it. So just for you to see this, let me just share this. Ayan. So you just have to search in the Google graphing calculator. Ayun. And then you can have lots of graphing calculators here, but the commonly used are the Desmos and the GeoGebra. So whichever you use, no problem. Okay. So in here, let's just type our given function. The given function is 2x squared. So just type here f of x equals 2x squared. Sorry. Where is it? I know, for the given is 2x squared. Ayun. Hindi pala to. 4x pala to. Ayun. So this is it. Ayan. So let's have a screenshot of this. Okay. And so from here, we will be identifying the boundary, which is from 1 to 3. From 1 to 3. There, actually, putol pa siya. Yan. So this, bounded by the x and the curve. Yan. When we complete all these countings, yan. Basta itong part na to, this will be equal to 16. Let's just verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, yung mga other completions, 9, 10. The 16 can be completed through these cut parts here. Ayan. Kapag pinagsama-sama yan, from here up to there, we will be able to complete the 16. Okay? Show me a reaction if that's clear to you. Let me see. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Wait lang. Let me just verify. Here. Ay, wait lang. Sorry. It's not this that we are looking that we will be graphing, but the 4x dx. Here, the 4x. Yun. So ito ang gagamitin natin because it should be the original. It should be the original equation. Yan, take note of that. It's not the value that was solved, but using the original given. Here, ito. Okay, let me just make this bigger. Yan. So, again, finding the boundary from 1 to 3, from 1 to 3. Yan, this will be the area. There you go. That we will be solving. The one bounded by the x-axis and the given. So therefore, ito ang 16 square units na sinosolve natin. Okay? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And look at this. This part and this part. Ayan. If you can imagine it, kung ito i-twist natin papunta dito, can you imagine? Mabubuo itong 4 parts na to. Can you imagine? If this one will be twisted this way, ayun siya, mabubuo yung 4 other units that we are solving for. So therefore, we will be able to complete 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So that is the area of our given integral, definite integral. Can you follow? Show me a reaction if you understood the process. Ayun. Okay? Thank you so much. Again, this is not the value or this is not the function that you will be graphing, not the integral, but the original given in your integral. Okay? That's it. Okay. Thank you so much. Now let's move on and have more examples. Ready? Sir, sa labas po ng parabola, is-shade po lagi or pag o upward opening lang po. Okay. Now, always remember, actually it's not always the parabola. It depends upon the given. In this case, our given is just the linear. Itong 4x ang ating gagawin, ha? The 4x, not the 2x squared. Okay, the original given should be used. And in this case, this is a linear function. And always remember that when you do the graph, it should always be the area bounded by the x-axis and the graph of the given function. In this case, it should always be below the curve. It should always be below the curve because that area that will be covered includes the x-axis. That's one of the boundaries. So again, the boundaries should always be the graph of your curve or of your function and the x-axis. Whether it's it's facing upward. Let's have another example. Whether it is facing upward, for example, let's use this given. Yan, this one. Whether it's facing upward, let me erase this. Here, let me paste it here. Ayan. Whether it's facing upward or, let me change it to facing downward. Okay, here. Sample. Okay, now we have here, whether it's facing upward or facing downward, we always focus on the x-axis. Can you follow? And the boundary. For example, in this case, if the boundary is from -2 to 1 of this given function, which is 2x squared dx, ayan. So therefore, it should be from -2, from here, it should always be below the curve, up to 1. There, with your x-axis. Can you follow? So therefore, this is the area that we are solving for this given. Okay? What about here? If in this example, our definite integral is the definite integral of -2x squared. It's negative kasi it's facing downwards. From 0 to 2, for example. Ayan, from 0 to 2, meaning from this point up to 2, and it should always be bounded. It should always be bounded by the x-axis and the curve. So, eto yung focus natin. There you go. This is the boundary, x-axis. This is our curve. I hope you can imagine it and you can visualize it. So this is the oops, by the way, if this is the case, always remember it should always be above the x-axis. Now, if this is the given, do you think we can consider that area as the value of a definite integral? Can we consider this shaded part, this orange shaded part, or this part? The second example, can we consider this? Again, the note, it should always be bounded by the curve and the x-axis, but it should be above the x-axis. Can we consider this area? It should be above the x-axis. Yes or no? I want you to focus with this one. Look at the letter A. Letter A given, the letter A given. Okay. In letter A given, always remember the boundary should be, it should be bounded by the curve and x-axis. And always remember, it should be always above the x-axis. Look at the A. Can we consider the shaded area for the A a definite integral for our given? Yes or no? Yes, very good. This is accepted because the boundary is the curve. Here's the curve. And this is the x-axis. And the shaded part or the shaded area is above the x-axis. So therefore, that is considered a value for your definite integral. Can you follow? What about letter B? Look at letter B now. Taking into consideration these qualifications, the area should be bounded by the curve and the x-axis, and it should be above the x-axis. Is B, illustration, considered a definite integral? Yes or no? Type your answer in the chat box, please. Yes or no? Okay. Di po, kasi hindi po siya above. Very good. Exactly. Whether you got this shaded part for letter B, but since it is below, it's below our x-axis. This is our x-axis, oh. Yan. It's below the x-axis. Therefore, that's not considered. Can you follow? So therefore, the answer here will be 0 kasi wala talaga. Can you follow? Show me a reaction if that's clear to you. Okay. Thank you so much. So now you understand how the definite integral is applied in the graphs. Okay? Always remember, it should be bounded by the curve and the x-axis, and it should be above. It should be above the x-axis always. Okay? Very good. And just like this one, look at this. Look at the given that we just had, our for x dx. Yan, look. We only considered the area above the x-axis. Ito yung x-axis. Oh. Here's our x-axis. This is our boundary. And this is our given function. So this is the only area that we considered. We did not even consider this area here below the x-axis. Can you follow? Simply because that's what we mean when we get for the area for the definite integral. So that's clear. When you say definite integral, we are solving for the area in the given function. Okay? Show me a reaction if that's clear. Show me a reaction if that's clear, please. Very good. Okay. Now that you have understood the process, again, the process is first, get the integral. Get the integral. Second is to find or get the definite integral. Okay, and then graph, just for us to show the process or the illustration. Okay, take note of that. Let's have another example. Okay, let's take a look at this. Of course, I want you to prepare all your formula cards for the integral calculus, because we will be applying now all the possible formulas that we can use from week 1 to week 3. Okay, kasi week 4 is performance task. So please go back and take note of all your formula cards for the integral calculus. Okay, let's have this example. Okay, here. Ready? So let's find the definite integral of yeah. Find the definite integral of this given. Ready? So we have here the integral of the square root of x times x plus 3 dx bounded by or bounded from 1 to 4. Ready? Okay. First, of course, let us first identify our integral for the given function. Game. Or how will we get the integral of this given function? Anyone? What's the integral? Well, siguro, para hindi tayo mahirapan, let's simplify it first. So, we will have here, this will become the integral of, let's change this. This can be changed to x raised to 1/2. Tama? We make it exponential exponent. So this will become x raised to 1/2 times x plus 3 dx. Okay? And then let us distribute this. So we will have x raised to 1/2 plus 1. 1/2 plus 1. 1 can just be changed to 2/2. Para mabilis, 3/2. So x raised to 3/2. I hope you were able to follow. Plus that one will become 3x raised to 1/2 dx. Okay? Show me a reaction if that process is clear to you. Yes, i-distribute muna. Correct. Very good. Now, let's continue solving this. This is actually just easy. This is just a simple power rule. Okay. So therefore, we will have, let's now focus with our integral. So when we do the integral, we will forget about 1 and 4 muna kasi we have to get the integral of the function first. So this will be equal to the integral of, ready? This will be x raised to 3/2 dx plus 3, the integral of x raised to 1/2 dx. Okay, sum and difference. Tama, pinag-iwilan na natin. Okay, let's continue. So this will become, the integral of this will be the power rule, add 1, and then whatever's in your exponent, you copy it in the denominator. So this will become x raised to 3/2 plus, it's 2, 2/2 na agad, automatic. Okay, over, this will become 5/2. So 5/2 dito. Kana? Okay, plus, let's have here 3, waiting list 3 times x raised to 1/2. Okay, plus 1. So let's just make it 2/2 para mabilis. Over 1 plus 2, it's 3/2. Okay? And of course, don't forget to write plus c here. Waiting list na lang yon. So this will become, let's just change this to 5/2. And then this one to 3/2 para nasi-simplify yung solution natin. So we will have here x raised to 5/2 times the reciprocal of this. The reciprocal of this, because we are having a complex fraction. So we can have here 2/5, right? Plus 3 times x raised to 3/2 times reciprocal of 3/2, that's 2/3 plus c. Okay. Now let's continue simplifying this. So we will just have here, this will become 2/5 x raised to 5/2 plus, in here, 3 and 3 can be removed. So therefore, we will just end up with 2x raised to 3/2 plus c. That's it. This is the integral of our given a while ago. Okay. Now, itong integral natin. Okay. So, after that, let's now apply our definite integral. Okay. So, let's now apply. And how do we apply that? We will be using this, the integral, and then get the boundaries without the c, of course. So, we will now have here, enclose it in a bracket. So we will have 2/5 x raised to 5 over 2 plus 2x raised to 3 over 2, close bracket, and then put the boundaries from 1 to 4. Can you follow? Show me a reaction if that is clear to you. Let me see. Show me a reaction if that's clear. Very good. So with that, we can now have this. So this given the integral of 1, the definite integral of x raised to 3 over 2. We're just copying this, huh? Plus 3x raised to 1 half dx with boundary from 1 to 4 can be expressed as this. This is again our integral. This is our integral. And now we will be substituting our boundaries. Okay? So with that, let's now have this. So by substituting, we will be changing all the x's with 4 and then minus changing all the x's with 1. Okay. Actually, the process is just easy, but it just looks long because of the fraction. But actually, the process is just the same. Okay. So we will now have here 2 over 5 times 4 raised to 5 over 2 plus 2 times 4 raised to 3 over 2, close bracket, minus 2 over 5. Let me change the color of this so that we can easily identify those. So this is 4 and this is 4. And then, so we have here 2 over 5 times 1. Yan. I hope you see the difference of the process. 1 raised to 5 over 2 plus 2 times 1. Let me change that. There you go. 1 raised to 3 over 2, close bracket. Okay. And so now we can solve this. Let's now solve this. But if you just notice, if you press this in the calculator, sige nga, kindly press this in the calculator, 4 raised to 5 over 2. Calculator. Here. Share this with you so that everybody can see it. Okay. So we have 4 raised to 5 over 5 divided by 2 na lang. Okay. The answer will be 32. Okay. So we have here 32 na automatic ito. So this will become 2 over 5 times 32 plus, same. Let's do this. So we have 4 raised to, kindly explore your own calculators. 3 divided by 2 equals, the answer will be 8. So that will become 2 times 8. Okay? Minus, ito, whatever you do with this, if it's just 1, the answer will still be 1. Let's just try. 1 raised to 5 divided by 2 equals 1. Still, 1 pa rin yun. So this will become, I hope you have your calculators with you, so you can solve the process. So we have 2 over 5 times 1 plus, nawawala yung ayun, plus 2 times 1. Okay? Let's solve this further. So we have 32 times 2 divided by 5, the answer will be 12.8. Kaya diretso na natin sa calculator. Plus 2 times 8, the answer will be 28.8 on this side. So we have 28.8 on this side minus 2 over 5. 2 divided by 5 equals plus 2. So that's 2.4. 2.4. And finally, the answer will be 28.8 minus 2.4. The answer will be 26.4. 26.4. And that is the value of our definite integral. Show me a reaction if that's clear to you. Let me see. Very good. Correct. It's 26.4. So therefore, you just have to be friend with your calculator so that you can know or you know how to use the different functions of your calculator. So with this, we can now conclude that the definite integral of the function x raised to 3 over 2 plus, hindi, the given, same lang yun, 3 times x raised to 1/2 dx bounded from 1 to 4 is equal to 26.4. That's it. Got it? That's the process. Okay? So, if you wish to show, or if you wish to have it in our, if you wish to have it graphed, let's have this here so that we can just see how does that 26.4 look like. So we just have to graph it. The original given, that is the square root of special square root. Ito, paano ba yung symbol nito? Here, ayun. So we have here the square root of x times x plus 3. That's it. There you go. That is the curve. Let me just say it. Ayan. That's the curve. Ayan. So let's just get from 1 to 4. Ayan. So when we paste it here, that's the curve. Ayan. I hope you can notice it. Ay, hindi pa nakuha hanggang 4. Sorry. Let's make it bigger. Hanggang 4. Screenshot. 4. Ayun. Dapat kasi covered lahat. Okay. There you go. Yan. So this is the curve of our given function. Yan. Again, by understanding the graph, so we will have here bounded by the curve and the x-axis. This is our x-axis, and the boundary is from 1 to 4. From 1 to 4. There you go. So therefore, this is the area that we just solved in our given. There you go. Bounded by x. Again, only the values or only the space above the x-axis. Never mind the space below. Okay? So all of this is the area that we just solved in our given. Okay? And the area of this is 26.4. Okay? Show me a reaction if that's clear to you. Let me see. Very good. Okay. So now at least you know, you understand how is the definite integral solved. Again, First, you need to get the integral of the given function. And then from the integral, you solve by following the formula. And then don't forget to find the graph just for you to be clarified about this one. Okay na? Thank you so much. Now it's just a minute before it ends. Kindly join again for the continuation. Okay?